I'm starting the video. Black and white. The way it all began. Spirit cutting through our minds, a divided mind. 7. Do you just see the 7? Forget about this. Forget about this. What is this? What can you use this for? Look at the height. It's not exact. It doesn't fit into these square boxes. See these square boxes? It doesn't fit into those square boxes. I'm working alone. I need more. I need more. I need to know a little more in depth about certain mathematical equations in order to put them into the words that were given to us and definitions in the dictionaries all over the world. Transform the word of God. I am who I am. What does it mean? Phrases, words, periods, definitions, commas, bracket, exclamation points. Positions of all these things found in our alphabet, broken down through the rotary phone 1 through 9, hitting 10. When do we connect 0? When 10 comes up, we press 1 and 0 on the phone. We've got the beginning and we have the end. But when 19 comes up, we have first and last without the 0, but you add it together, you're back to 10. You now connected with the moon. When you have 28, 2 and 8 is the second and the 8. There are 5 in between, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. With 1 and 9, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 7 plus 2. 7 plus 2. Do you follow where I'm going with this? Do you follow the numbers? Do you understand that between 1 and 9 is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? 28 days to the moon. Between 1 and 9 is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, when I take this and I implement the rules, the laws, the regulations for different situations, and using all the same, using plus for everything, using minus for everything, using multiply for everything, what the result is, what the x factor is, the x position in the alphabet, in the gematria alphabet, on the levels that it is. In Chaldean, so many, one person, me, who would ever think I am who I am? And who are you? That is who I am. I am, are you? Who are you? Well, I'm looking it up. Get back to my book. And I'm looking for are you. Haven't found are you yet. Are you? We needed the spread. I didn't spread my legs. I had to spread my legs. I had to spread the jam. I had to spread the cream cheese. What do you put on your spread? Where is your bedspread? Are you? 18th and 21st letter, reverse 9 and 6. I didn't write it out for you, but if you wrote out 9 and 6, how would I write it out? 9, and when I write out 6, 9 and 6, looks like, if I take it together, it looks like the percentage sign. Let me do it my way. 9 and 6, hold on a second, 9 and 6. 9 and 6 shows me a line connecting the two zeros, looking like a 9 and a 6, looking like an 8 to the F letter, which has that cross through it, the same cross they show you at the 7th gate. What should I do? Can I put a half a line underneath and down and say, well, that could be a 7? Should I put this line over here saying from above and to below is my 7? Will this one be from above to below as my L because it stops here? This one stops down here, so this one will be my downward. Do you understand where I'm going with this? Who am I to do what I do? I do what I do is who I am. That's who I am, and that's what I'm doing. So many things. So now we have the 1 and the 18 and the 5 and the 25 and the 15 and the 21. Can you see this? The first letter, the 18th letter, the 5th letter, the 25th letter, the 15th letter, the 21st letter. The 9th and 6th letter, I and F. If are you, if? Are you Juif? Are you Jewish? I'm just replacing the 10 with the 18th letter, and the reason for that, okay, is because of how the French speak. 18. 18. 18. What is 2? I'm trying to figure out what 2 is. 1 and 8. I am the spirit in the heaven. What is the 2? Let me turn this around and think. Why did I put 2 up there? 2. 10 and 7. 10 and 8. 10 and 9. 1, 2, 3 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9. Because in the French, the 10-7, the 10-8, and the 10-9 is said 17, 18, 19. Or it could be minus, 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 making 7, 8 plus 7, 8, 9 equal to 1, 2, 3. A, B, C. 1 is inside 3, 2 and 1 is creation. Why? Not me. I didn't create the word. I didn't create the number. I didn't write everything that's in the dictionary. In fact, everything I am doing, probably 99% of everything I do in Mr. Tachman's, other than the 1% of the paint and the new equations that have come into the factor here, could be something a little bit different. A little bit different. What am I doing? Sometimes I have a blank right now. I'm back into the world. Out of psychosis. Is it psychosis? Is that what I should be saying? Am I out of control, in my control? Should I be noticing the psychosis that I go into in order to bring out, in order to talk about the knowledge, about whatever I talk about, where does it come from? Am I making it up on the go? Is it a sort of psychosis? How come I can be so quick at creating what I discover, and what I discover, is there really any discovery, or is it my own natural world of psychosis where it makes no sense to anybody else, and everything I am saying right now will have and make absolutely no sense. Nobody can understand anything I talk about if I wasn't in control of the psychosis. So now, saying I'm in control of the psychosis, others can say, you're not in psychosis. You know exactly what you're talking about. You're telling us the exact story that is formed by numbers and mathematical equations from what is a word, what is a letter, what is a design, that is a number that is already a position in the alphabet, created before I was born. I'm already using what you, the dead, have created. I am going over what the dead have done. What the living are trying to reflect from the dead as the truth and the untruth, from landing and not landing on the moon, from an earth that's flat to an earth that's round, to a sky that is in the heavens, to the chemtrails, to the fluoride, to the vaccines, to the chemicals and the control of humans and human nature, to controls of countries and people and cities and towns, to the control of your own personal possessions and who you are, and your name as a business, as a company, all capitalized. Capitalize me. Every letter is individual, and if every letter is individual, then we will have to know, ¿Qué es ton llames? What is your name? C'est quoi ton nom? So what we're going to do right now is, my name is 14 plus equals 15 equals 28 is 33 equals 5, 18, 19, 33. What is in the name? In the name is the 14th letter, the first letter, the 13th letter, and the 5th letter. The reverse alphabet for this, the reverse alphabet, please give me a little light. The reverse alphabet for 14 equals to 13. The reverse alphabet is 26. This we're going to put reverse. Just give me 1 second. I'm getting a little dark here. How come? Okay, maybe this is better. 26th over here, it is now the 14th. EM&N rename. Man in the E world. And 22. 36, 60, is it 73? 33? And it's 4 names, 4 letters, so that would have to be 108. So the total difference between this and this has to be, in 108, it has to be 75. 36, 46, 56, 61, 22, 18, 19, 33, 22, 36, 40, 53. No, something's wrong. Let me check this out again. Call me for adding. 22, 36, 62, 75. 108. The letters that are in black is the M is 13. So this is 20 and 13. So the letters in black over here are in red is 14N and 61. This is telling me the church DNA, birth in the sun, the creation of the masses through the beta world and moon. Okay, this is sometimes a little complicated because 20, all zeros turn into a 6, and there's actually it turns into 4, 5, 6, and there's so many things for that. 0 equals 4, 5, 6. Sometimes I like to think it equals 2, 5, 8 because it's now on the cross, and this is the 0 that goes through it. 1, 3, 7, and 9. It's very hard to explain because sometimes I don't have explanations for everything. I say 0 equals 5, but that's the E world, right? But it's connected to man, and the letter is F6. That's the letter. That's just the way it is. There's AF, there's A, there's EF, there's IF, there's OF, and there's UF. Because we have to say it all with the dictionary, what they taught us in the dictionary, the letters in the alphabet, and how to use the letters in the alphabet. Anyways, this is getting off. I just want to show you something else. This is the distance. Can we get more light here? I'm going to have to fix this this camera. Just give me a second. I'm going to fix this camera here. Back to normal. Just hold on a second. Give me the advanced settings. Anyways, I'm not getting my advanced settings. Give me a second. Auto. Did we get that? Are we back to restore the defaults? Okay, there we go. This is going to be so much better. Okay, so now we can. Where are we? AF is 1 and 6. And this one is 5 and 6. This is 9 and 6. This is 15 and 6. This is 21 and 6. And every one of these, this equals to 7, 5. This equals to 11, 1. This one equals to 15 and 3. This one equals to, and this one equals to 21 and 9, and this one equals to 27 and 15. So these two link up. Now what does all this mean? What does all this mean? This one tells me something about the gateway to the E world, and that would be the moon. The number to the moon is 57. So that's just a beginning, a particular, it's a question. It also relates to games. If I was playing the game of craps, where would this come up? Right, 7 and 5. Where would it come up on a dice cube? The only 7 on a dice cube is 6 and 1. Why I say that is because the 1 is in the center. It doesn't duplicate any dots, like the 5, the 3, and the opposite side 4. You see the way 2 corners are covered? I no longer need to use those 2 corners. Therefore, the only difference is 5. So there's, okay, on this dice, the 1 and the 6 is the only place. The 1 and the 6 equals to 7. The 6 and the 1 equals to 7. The 2 and the 5 equals to 5. The 3 and the 4 equals to 5. So you have 57, 75. Now if you go to the roulette table, okay, on the roulette table is on the single 0 roulette, there's an area that says orphelin, orphans, Morpheus, cats on the street, all the orphan cats, all the orphan dogs, SPCA, orphan, SPCA, and all these relationships. And CA is connecting us to the 1 and the 3, which is the AC. And then it creates by a multiplication, which is the DC, 1 times 3, 1 plus 3. The relationship in that would go to number ONE, which means the circle, which is the 15th letter, telling me Mars, and NE together is DNA from the E world. It also tells me through sound, okay, ONE is the circle of M, and Ne to me means birth. It's birth. That's what it means to me, because that's what I hear. You know, I like to hear. I hear what I hear, and I understand what I understand, and I don't understand you. Our communication is broken. We see things different. We're different receivers. I'm not as smart as you because I'm not working on earthly actualities and facts of one another. I'm not working on your facts. I'm not working on your truth. Certain things we have to have the same truth. If you tell me you're turning left and you're in front of me, okay? If you're in front of me and you're turning left, okay, you're turning that way. You're turning that way. You're turning left, you're turning that way if you're in front of me. But actually, you're turning that way because you're facing me. Your left is on that side. So what's both the truth is actually different. And if I think you're going to this left and you're going to that left, I'll never hit you. You know what I'm saying? You go left, I'll go left. I'll never hit you. But if we're going the same way, and we both go left, I can run into you if I turn a little bit sharper than you, right? Or if I'm on the opposite side of the road, of course I'm on the opposite side of the road, so we're both going like this. I'm turning to my left, you're turning to your left. We can run into each other. Actually, I made a mistake before. I was saying face to face. We never run into each other face to face. But if I was in this lane here, and you were in this lane here, and we both make lefts, we're going to cut over each other's road. But if we're facing each other, we never cut over. Do you follow what I'm saying? You see, you're not here to defend this, to say something. Yes, I understand you, and re-explain it to me. Show me in a design. Okay, I'll have to show you and take up another page. Okay, let's say this is my car, and this is your car. If the road is divided, when you turn left and I turn left, look what happens. Okay, look what happens when you. But if my car was over here, okay, and your car was over here, okay, I made it a little too close. It's a little too close. I'll have to put it down here. Okay, I'll have to put it down here. And we'll make here the dotted line. Okay, so when I turn left and you turn left, we now have created an I over it. Now, is that a forced I? Is that in purpose? I don't know, but it's just telling me something. There's so many things like that. We can go. Most people like to do this. Look, VW, upside down is the upside down, right? That's where the V comes in and the W is right side up. You can also look at it maybe as L and L. You know the letter L is the 12th letter. Reverse, it's the 15th letter. The Q is the 17th letter. It's also the 10th letter. 10th letter is J, Jack, Queen. It's also Q, means tail, and sometimes they talk as the man's sexual part as the Q, or the ass or the dangling thing in front. The L means her, she. Sometimes it can be sounded as a wing. It becomes the 3 and 6, and this becomes the 8 and 1. This becomes the 8 and 1. So this is the spirit around the heaven. This is creation of F. Who is F? F is 1 and 5. F is 2 and 4. F is 3 and 6. Excuse me. Let me start that again. 3 and 3. Mass creation. Let me rewrite that. I'm going a little quick because I know the videos get long, as the 13th and 1st and 19th letters. I'm sort of all over the place because there's so many things that are going on. There's so many things that go on, and imagine if something is not right in your computer. How can your computer ever work? How can your computer start? How can you shut it off? Sometimes you can't get rid of something on a page. This is a computer perfect world in its way. The only thing that's not in order is, look at me move my hand. Now, can a computer do this? A fan can turn around. It could be wobbling and cover every single space, but does it cover every single space in the way you understand? It's wobbling, but it's not running this way. It's running this way. So as it's covering space, it's covering the angular space, which is like slicing meat, meaning it's giving a certain texture and pending against the grain of the wind. There's just so many things. I don't know if I can explain that. Anyways, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Okay, so where were we? We're back to the word name. God says name. He also says, I am who I am. We're going to do this easy. 9, 1, 4, 5, 8, 5, 9, 1, 4. This is the short Pythagorean. Okay? So I am and I am is a total of 14, is a total of 5, 5, 5, 8, 5. Is it 5, 8, 5? No, it's actually 5, 9, 5. E-I-E-I-O. 5 and 5 is 10, plus 8 is 18. 1 plus 8 equals 9. Fifth letter E-I-E. That totals that. You can also go as 9, 10, 14, and 14 DNA birth through the sun. Sun is number 54. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4. So you have to know the rules and regulations and possibilities and organization of the, what do you want to call it? The script, the script, how can I call it the script? Anyways, so in the name is 33. The reverse is 75. The reverse of 75 is 51. I'm reversing the Mars plateau. 4 letters, 57 and 51 equals 4 letters. Each letter is 27. 4 equals 108. This reflection of this. But what is the reflection of this? It's 33, which is 6 and 3. And here it's 3 and 6. Mass creation. So, L and Q, right? 3 and 8. 3 and 2. 1 plus 2, 1 times 2 is 3 and 2. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 equals to 15 and 56 equals to 6 and 5. Now, if we were using dice cubes, okay, if I was using a dice cube, okay, the opposite of this would be 4 and 5, telling me about the sun. 4 and 5, 4 and 3 is 7, 5 and 2 equaling to 9. 9 and 5, 7 and 7, 6 and 8. This 6 and 8, okay, this 6 and 8 over here, what do you think about it? Well, the 6 and 8 in the game of craps is, okay, 6 on one side of the board, 8 on the other. Okay, it's 6, 6, 9, 10, and the other side of the board is, 6, 5, sorry, hold on a second, I got to get my, on one side of the board it's 6, 5, 4, and the other side of the board it's 8, 9, 10. The odds on the 5 and 9, on the 5 and 9 are 9 to 5. The odds on this are 7 to 6. The spirit is 76 for those who know the game. 4 and 3 and 7, 5 and 2 is 7. 4 and 2 is 6. Minus it and minus it is 22. So how do we get all our numbers? How do we position our letters in the alphabet? By doing different mathematical equations and making sure whatever we do it to everything. We live in Quebec. I'm going to mention this in this video. What is happening in the world, what people see and don't see, what people discuss. What people say we can't do anything about, and other people saying we should stop what's going on, and others say what's going on. It is what it is. I am who I am. You are who you are. What will happen? Did you know in the name MEAN? I don't know what it means. Man, North America. I don't even know what to play with in this thing. I don't know where to go with this. I think I've done enough in this video. I didn't even talk about baseball, Pink Floyd, life and death, Chaldean, and all the numeric fashions because they change the value of the word. They change the value of the word. But before I go, I want to leave you one note that the multiplication is a square. So that means it's English because English are square heads. And then the boat, the tie that's on them is an addition. And the reason for this is because how do you measure your TV? You measure it from point to point. So here you would end up with the cross on the diamonds. Here you would end up with the multiplication. Where do we get division? Where do we get, I'm not sure, but maybe in reflection, right? Maybe in reflection, we can get division. Maybe in reflection, we can get division if we mirror it. And let's say that was the halfway point. If that was the halfway point, okay, I would show you the roulette board and through a certain specific numbers, okay, which is 16 through 21, which equals to 37, 17 through 20 equals to 37, 18 and 19 equals to 37. 17 and 20, 18 and 19. And that is 73, that's 82, and that's 91. And each one, an individual, I'm going to point back to this because we did it before, okay, is that where we end up with 7 and 3 is 10, 8 and 2 is 10, 9 and 1 is 10, 19. Remember 19? Or we can flip it upside down as 16. 18 and 19. Where's number 17? 17 is over here. 18 and 19 come together. When the spirit comes to the birth heaven, we get the gateway of the half-life into the world heavens, beta world heavens, 20 and 8. Where are you? Where are you? Why? Where are you? Because communication, codes in the CB radio, because of what the French do to numbers. And I'm a little bit all over the place because we saw this already. So let me make the screen a little bit bigger. Maybe that's why I'm having trouble here. Okay, maybe that's why I'm having trouble. Hold on a second. I got other pages open. Okay, so right here we already did it. 17, 18, 19 became 3 and 7, 17, 3 and 7. Why 3 and 7? 3 and 7 is 10, 2 and 8 is 10, 1 and 9 is 10. 10 minus 9, 10 minus 8, 10 minus 7 will become 1, 2, 3. So I'm showing you how these numbers come together. 28 and 19, the spirit of the cycle of creation. And it all goes through Mars. Why Mars? Where do I come up with all this stuff? How do I go 28 minutes? I'm just going over and over and over. And the more I do this, the more memory I have. And the more memory I have, the more reflection I will get with the numbers. 17, 2 times 17 is 34. That's DC. How do you get DC from the smallest number? 1 times 3, 1 plus 3. Is there any other way to get DC? Yes. 5 minus 1 and 5 minus 2. You got to use the same denominator. You just can't come from outer space. So let me write this down. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3. 5 minus 1, 5 minus 2. And 5, 1, 2 is memory, of course, and 1 comes between 2, creating all 3s. So all of a sudden we can come with the mathematical equation 1 times 3, 1 plus 3, which will equal to 3, which will equal to 4. Notice the way the multiple, when it's multiplied by 1, nothing moves. Multiple by 1, nothing moves. This equals 4. This equals 3. Is there any other way to get the 4 and 3? Of course there is. There's many ways. What if I went 6 minus 2 and 6 minus 3 equals to 4 and equals to 3? How about that? How about that? What if I went 7 minus 3 and 8 minus 4 and and 7 minus 4 equals to 4 equals to 3? And how about 8 minus 4 and 8 minus 5 and 9 minus 5 and 9 minus 6 equals to 4 equals to 3 equals to 3 equals to 4? And that's how I got to 3 and 4 all the way. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3. And these are my, that's what it is. That's the things I do. You have to do all the calculations. You don't make a computer and say, nope, they won't use that. Don't need to put it in. You need all the answers. Even if nobody ever asked the question, you need all the answers. You're creating the entire game. If there's a possibility somebody has a question about something that you thought of, if you can think of it, so can everybody else. So can everybody else think of the same thing that you thought of. So we saw what we got. Now what's next? What can we do next? Where should we go with the numbers? What about multiplying 4 times 3? Do you want to see me or do you want to see my paper? How should I be doing these videos? How can I let myself flow in the psychosis of life? Controlled psychosis, seen beyond and in reality at the same time. How is that even possible? Here and not here and all and here, still here. Oh, the door has rung. Do you hear the door? 1 minute, I'll put it on pause. Sorry, no one at the door. I was only kidding. Can I drive my car in psychosis? How did I get here? How did I arrive? Maybe I'm not in psychosis. For those who think in the commentary and they say, oh man, you need some drugs. I'm going, whoa. Had them drugs already for psychosis and bipolar and all that. Did they work? I never want to say if they worked. But I do know that I didn't feel good for years and years. It was like, okay, pill, where do you want to take me? How will you make me feel today? When you're confident in the pill, you get one reaction. When you're not confident in something, when you're confident with a result from something, hey, I'd like to do it again. When you're not confident, when you're successful with a result, is that the better word to use? I think I have to learn to use the right word so that the rest of the world who's not in my dream world, in another world, guess what? I am not so good. I missed you. Oh my God. It was early morning dew. There was a mist in the air. Oh my God. Oh, excuse me, miss. Yes, I want to talk to you. Yes. You're under arrest. Spread some jam. Spread some cream cheese. Usually it's a cream cheese spread on my bed. That sounds good. Okay. Looking back or at the back. Just looking from behind. Oh, how pretty. Oh yes, and I'm wearing my hoodie, and it's getting cold out, and I got those snowflakes, or it's a lot of dandruff. Actually, I'm sanding a new table. I'm going to be painting that table right over there, and I'm sanding it. But in between, guess what? Spirit shot down some new information. They loaded me up this morning, but it only came out right now. Is this the flow of the Spirit that's inside of me momentarily? Is this what came into me last night, but it took something to awaken it during my day to come here and do this video? Or is it coming in and is it instant? Is it straight right from the sky 7 seconds before I receive the information? Or is this something that has been implanted in my head and I'm only learning to decode it right now? How many days in advance do I get all this information? Is it already in me? Let a new vibration open up the spirit within. So we're going back to 3 and 4. So how can we bring this a little bit further? 3 times 4. 3 plus 4 equals to 12 equals to 7. I'm not doing minus. I'm not doing the whole thing. I'm not going to go to divided. I just want